Hello! Okay, so as you know, it's all voiceovers, and here in this clip, I'm in Starbucks. Some mornings we would get Starbucks, some mornings we wouldn't, and I got wrap and a coffee. This was a very chill day, by the way, so there wasn't much big, exciting things happening, and this was basically a day in life in Japan. I got this mini toy. We explored around Tokyo, Japan for quite a long time and found these vending machines, but sadly didn't get anything from them. This was the toy that I got from the ball thing earlier today. Then did some more walking. I didn't get this on film, but we did go to a cat cafe during Japan. Back to the video. So for lunch today, we had some ramen at this mini little lunch area. Then I tried my first Japanese matcha and it was super good. Then we explored more of Tokyo, but this time at night. We went to this one place and there were a lot of music records around and just had a browse. Here we went to like a rooftop bar sort of thing, and there was an incredible view with everyone walking across the road. And then there was this one room where you could write your name with texters that were for free, and that was my name there. I made sure it was very bold and clear. And then lastly, we went out for dinner and it was like super traditional, this place by the looks of it. And we got some gyozas with soy sauce and some shrimp and rice to share. This was our hotel in Hakuba. It was super pretty and nice, and in Hakuba we were going to be skiing for the first time for me, and I've never skied before, so this was super challenging, but I think I managed to do it quite well. This was all the footage I could get of skiing though. While we were there, we went on the gondola to the high snowy mountains. And it went really high. Kyoto! Okay, so I've seen quite a bit of Kyoto, Japan vlogs around YouTube, and this was one of the main tourist attractions that I kept seeing, like I said, all over YouTube and the internet, and I really enjoyed this. It was quite pretty. I took quite a bit of photos as well, and I found this cat, just a stray cat sitting on a log, and I thought she or he was really cute, so I just did a tiny clip. Surprisingly, I saw another cat that was just sitting down and relaxing, and I took a cute little photo of him. We went to quite a lot of temples in Kyoto, as you can see, and this one was one of my favorites because it was super pretty and golden. There was a difficult hike to get up here where all the monkeys were. Some were sitting on chairs and lots of them were just protecting their babies and being good mothers or fathers, and lots of them were very hungry, so they would eat lots and lots. This was a stranger feeding them, and this monkey in particular was very greedy. Then we all got some food, and I got this one walnut for this guy, and he took it very gently and he wasn't aggressive at all. There were some baby monkeys that looked like they were chasing each other and play fighting, and it was kind of cute. Then later today we went to a bamboo forest, and it was just like a small walk while we watched the bamboo. Then we went to the Kyoto Tower, which I'm pretty sure it's called, and it was super pretty. It wasn't too dark yet, so the lights didn't turn on, and this is what the room looked like. There was like a nice candle, and I got this mocktail. Don't worry, it wasn't a cocktail. I got this mocktail and it was super nice. Then the next day we went to a place called Nara for a day trip, and we went to a deer park, and there were so many deers. I made a couple of friends and they were just very cute. They were just scattered around, and they always like tried to touch the camera. I'm not sure why, but it was super cute and I quite enjoyed it. This deer was my friend. I'm not sure what to call him, so write down in the comments what you would call him. And as we were walking, we saw way more deers over here, just in one area, just lying down and relaxing. And then I tried to feed one, so I would bow to them, although he ate it very quickly, so it didn't really show. And then I did it again. I tried to bow, and he slightly bowed, so I just fed him his like type of food. And then near the deer park there was a temple, and we checked it out. It was super pretty. There were like incredible sculptures. And we basically just had a look around it, and there were so many. Some people would light up a candle, and this was the front view of it, and then this is the like further away from it. And then we went back to the deer. I tried bowing again, and although after when we were looking, we went to this famous mochi place that we just spotted randomly, and I thought I'd film it because I have seen it all over YouTube, and they were making it really like aggressively. I never thought I would see this because I completely forgot about it, and they were making a type of mochi, and we bought around 3. So yeah, we bought 3, and I tried it. I didn't like it that well, but then we went to a marketplace, had a look around, and then we went outside of it because we realized there was nothing there. Then we went to a pet place, a pet store apparently, but we didn't get any pets, sadly. There were cats and dogs, and they were unbearably cute. Like, I couldn't stand it at all. And there were dogs as well, just wandering around, and I just thought they were super cute, so I had to film them. We had a look around some stores, but didn't find anything that we specifically liked. And then we went to a rooftop bar type thing, and we got a mocktail. This was like a mint and mango, and it was super nice. I thought the place was quite pretty, so I just filmed, and there was a nice view too. Osaka. Okay, we finally reached Osaka, and we started off with looking at a marketplace again, and there was a lot of unique foods just wandering around and waiting to be sold. There were also little ottomans and a octopus that they were just selling, which I thought was quite random because I've never seen that. And I just filmed all the unique things I found, and then we went out, just had a look around the place, and there were a lot of unique vibrant stuff here. that I thought were super cool, like for example this turtle, all these massive big things, and then this as well, and that was the Osaka Tower, and then that little guy too. Okay, moving forward, we were going to go up to this tower, and there was 61 or 60 floors, and in the elevator there, it was quite like a show or something, and I thought it was pretty cool, so I just filmed. This was the view. It was extremely high, so don't skip ahead if you don't like heights. While we were there, I got an iced matcha at this table with an incredible view. And here's what Osaka looked like at night. So yeah, there was a lot of crazy random stuff that just was happening in Osaka at night, and then for dessert we got a crepe. This was to share. Then the next day we went to a sushi bar, but we realized that we were in the wrong place, but I still got some filmed because it was pretty cool, and it was all raw meat, and my family and I don't really eat raw meat, but we still knew that it was the wrong place, so we just sort of left. So then we went to a different place, and there was a fish spa while we waited, so we used that, and it felt so random and like ticklish. Here's what my hands were looking like, and they're meant to take all your dead gross skin off and clean your hands naturally, but it still felt quite weird. Then we finally got in, and I was sort of full because I had some breakfast earlier in the day, but I still had to eat quite a bit because there was a lot here, and there were mini fishes just all around the place, which had been quite cool. Then I had carbonara, and I was very, very full afterwards, but I had to squeeze in one of these free items that you would get. Then we went to another tower to have a look, and it was really, really cold, and breezy. There was an escalator to get down, but it was so cold that I had to feel the wind and the leaves. It was much more intense before, but yeah. Then we went on a Ferris wheel. This is what it looked like at the bottom, and this is what it looked like in the middle, and lastly, this is what it looked like at the very top. Then the next day we went to a zoo, and there was a big variety of animals to look at, and this was a few of them. I have no clue what this animal was, but I had to film all of the animals, so yeah. And then there was some raccoons that I've never seen a raccoon before, but this was my first time. Then we went back to the raccoon because it was doing this. There were tigers, wolves, bears, sheep, there were alpacas too. We were going to go camel riding, but sadly it closed before we could go on. There were seals, penguins, otters, which is my favourite animal. Surprisingly, kangaroos and deers. Then we were just going through the cafeteria, and the cafeteria was very naturey and green. Lizards, there were red pandas, bobcats. There was this animal, but I don't know what it was called. Birds, obviously. Then a small show. And then a type of cat that was sadly pacing around. And then the big bill, which I thought was fake or a myth, but turns out it wasn't. And then randomly just cats, just cute little cats, and more cats. And then we went to the night area where there were owls. This type of animal. Bats. Possums. And there were bunnies with the red eyes. I'm not sure what they're called, but they were kind of creepy. There were snakes, crocodiles, this animal that I have no idea what it's called. And now I'm confused if this was the bobcat or not. Little monkeys. There were more monkeys and sloths, which I found pretty cool. And some birds. This was the sloth. And then a capybara, which was just wandering around the place. And then a turtle. I don't know what this animal's called. And now we're in Hiroshima, or Hiroshima. I forgot to mention that we went to a lot of 7-Elevens and I tried out the smoothie machine that's all over the internet in Japan, and I had to try it out and I really liked it. We didn't do too much in Hiroshima, so I'm just going to skip ahead to Tokyo again. But that's okay because we had a lot planned in Tokyo. Firstly, sumo wrestling. I never thought I would see sumo wrestling in my life, but turns out I am. So here we started with the new people, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know much about sumo wrestling, so I'm just going to name these probably all wrong. And they were tackling the bar. This was before everyone came over to see the pros. We were watching sumo wrestling for 3 hours, and this was still before the pros came in. A lot of people, much more people came over, but there was still some more people to come. Here are the pros. Sorry, but yeah. Then the pros came in. I don't know, they walked around a circle. I still don't know much about them, but yeah. Here was a snack that I just got because I was getting hungry, and then they started. The next day we went to a place called Team Labs, which was sort of like Infinity World if you've ever been there, but this time in Tokyo. We had to take our shoes off and we started off walking up this ramp. There was water, so we had to take or lift up our pants if we were wearing any. And in this clip you can't see, but it's a very pudgy sort of area. Then there were some text and stuff, and this is when we got into one of the really cool areas. Then we went in some deep water, which was a bit gross, but until we got to where the fishes were on a light, it was actually starting to get pretty cool, and there was lots of majestic type stuff in the water. And then there were some balls, or whatever you want to call them, and it was pretty nice and soothing. And then there was this one room where there were flowers everywhere, and it felt so real. Then this spot was outside in the garden area, and there was lots of smoke and moss just around.
one photo of these guys. Yeah. Like.
Then we were finally in the flower garden, which was the last spot in this place. Later on in the day, we were on this boat, and I just thought I might film it because I have to film everything I did in Japan. This is what the outside looked like. And then we finally went to the Tokyo Tower, and it was super pretty. We did go to Tokyo Disney Sea, but that is a separate video.